could take a moment, weave it into a night, like a moth to a flame, burning in the light.
Sharon Corr, one-fourth of the breakout Irish group of siblings, the Corrs, released her new solo album, The Same Sun, last week, and she's making her return to New York City for a special fundraising show. On May 5th, she'll be playing an intimate gig at Housing Works bookstore at 126 Crosby Street. The first single was Take a Minute, and the new single is We Could Be Lovers, and the clip for the tune can be found on Sharon's YouTube page. We asked Sharon Corr what the biggest challenge was in getting The Same Sun finished.
Yeah, it's just about writing the material and getting to the point where you feel you're doing something new, something more than you've done before. It's about getting to the point where I felt that I had enough material and that it felt like it was all off the one album, if you know what I mean. Sometimes I have many influences in my life and I've had many transitions musically, so sometimes the struggle can be to make it cohesive, but it really wasn't. There wasn't any obstacles to this album really at all. It just made complete sense the whole way through.
So with a run of the States already under her belt, does she prefer playing as a solo artist, or does she prefer playing with her siblings in the Corrs?
That is a tough question, and it's one I haven't been asked yet, literally in that way, using those words. Yes, I do. I do prefer this. And it's not to take away from what I did before. I loved it, but I am obviously, as in the Corrs, I was 1/4 of 4 quarters. So each of us lost a bit of ourselves in giving to the Corrs. It was like its own thing, and it took from us, and we gave to it. But you don't get a chance to completely express yourself and go down the path that you would choose for yourself. And I would say this equally of each of us. Now I get the chance just to be exactly who I am on my own and discover more and more about myself all the time and truly just give it all out and express myself completely on stage and not hold back.
We asked her what success looks like to her with the new album.
Wow. Well, there are little successes every day. I mean, I read reviews to the concerts. They've been raving, and it's so far so good, and I'm just building it as I go. Success to me is a great gig every night, a happy audience leaving the auditorium. Obviously I would like, big success with this album because it means what I did is really good. I mean, the thing about success is it's kind of a barometer for how good you are. Sometimes people mix up fame and success, and they're unrelated, really, because if you are successful at something, it's because people recognize that you are good at something. If you're famous, it's not necessarily because you're good at something.
Tune back in to see if there are any plans for the Corrs in the future, and we also have her stories on the Irish version of The Voice. The album was produced by Mitchell Froome, who has worked previously with Paul McCartney, Elvis Costello, and Crowded House, among others.